let's get into the PGA Tour. I mean, this was the highlighted event, which by the way, the La Quinta event, they could almost do without this event, to be quite honest with you. Like NFL football, like you've got AFC, NFC championships. Can we play this? Can we play this golf game at like 7 in the morning? Can we get these guys out early so that we can enjoy the rest of the sports world? Because competing against NFL football is just, it can't happen.
No, it can't. And when I turned on the TV to start trying to watch golf and football, right? The ladies were on prime time. Channel 3, the ladies were getting that coverage. And I'm like, where the PGA Tour? Oh, they're stuck in Golf Channel still? At the same time as these NFL, yeah, okay, that's not going to happen, right? I did click over to watch 17 and 18 during the Chiefs game, just because I was rooting really hard for the guy to win, to beat your motherfucker. So I did watch the last 2 holes, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, you've got to plan this out a little bit better.
The NFL's hosting night games. It's not like they're hosting the 8:30 morning tee times. Like, move this shit up so that the rest of the world can enjoy sports. You've already got some fat ass sitting on the couch, drinking beer, getting ready for these football games. Like, put it on national televised and get this thing that's, some notoriety, some popularity. I just think it'd be way better for Siwoo Kim, who goes out there and gets it done and shoots 23 under for the weekend, who I thought you actually picked for a couple days there. I was rather scared. But the thing about Golf Channel and their coverage was, you tune in and Patrick Cantlay's round is almost halfway done, and he's making a fucking charge. He's on his way to shoot I think he shot 62, 61, and shoots the course record to put himself in contention. It just seemed like the television coverage was just not spot on.
Well, I can't speak for the television coverage, but I can tell you this. I knew that I had a tough go in the European Tour this week. I kind of chalked that up as a loss. I was just hoping I wasn't going to have you pick the actual winner too, and I was going to lose the big pot of money. But I was confident. I was so confident after Friday's round. My guy, Sung Jae Im, is leading the golf tournament. He is 9 ahead of Patrick Cantlay after Friday. Okay, we go to Saturday. He around on Saturday, and now he's only ahead by 2 going into Sunday over Cantlay. I'm like, it's okay. I still got a 2-stroke lead. Rory's got a 2-stroke lead over Fleetwood. We're kind of even. I flick on the TV and I go, what happened to my boys? 3 over par. Cantlay shooting 11 under. What the is going on around here?
Patrick Cantlay,
fucking bets.
Patrick Cantlay was on Friday, was fucking screwing around and
almost didn't make the cut.
Missed the cut. And it's all of a sudden on Sunday, going out there, he rolled in over 150 feet of putts. I haven't made 150 feet of putts in 4 years. It just was fucking incredible golf. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed that Patrick Cantlay did not get the victory way early, way before the fucking television coverage was even concluded, just because I would have just fucking cracked up watching this thing. It was pretty incredible. And don't get me wrong, Siwoo Kim played his ass off. He was probably the most, he was steady Eddie all freaking week long, put himself in a great position to, to get the victory, and was battling guys who had more experience than them. I mean, again, I don't know how many times Tony Finau is going to put himself in the final group. And just, again, choke down, just not choke. That was the wrong term.
What's he choking down?
He's choking down something. He just choked again. Like, get it out of your head. And that's why he's still on the list. That's why he's still on the all-time hated list.
Yeah, I don't know when Tony's going to get it out, but I will give one shout out to a golfer on Sunday, because Max Homa gave our boy Siwoo Kim, or my boy Siwoo Kim, the best read ever on 17. And I appreciate that, because it's not like he had a fucking gimme, and Homa gave him a hell of a read. A lot of the times, Homa was playing terrible. He was falling apart. He was behind by 10 plus strokes, and he's in the final group. And, a lot of times you see guys, they around, they blow one through the break, they leave it way short. He gave him a hell of a read, and Siwoo freaking trickled that bitch right in, and that was the one that won him the tournament. So that's when I was fist pumping in my living room, going back and forth between watching Mahomes try to come back against the Bills. And I was loving it, because I'm watching Cantlay in his Hugo Boss gear, with his maroon sweater on, going from the chipping green to the range. And I'm like, you're done, bro. After that one, he was done.
That was another thing that so Patrick Cantlay gets done with the golf tournament, and he's got like an hour until Siwoo Kim is completed. But the fucking Golf Channel will only show Patrick Cantlay chipping and putting on the practice green, but won't show us Max Homa and Tony Finau absolutely imploding on the golf course. Max Homa almost, I think he shot 76. He shot like 74, 65, 69, and then 76, and just absolutely shit down his leg, which that's what we want to see. Like he made several bogeys that I thought were just going to be just pure comedy. And no, they skip out on them, but they did show how close is too close when you walk in to see that read presented by Max Homa. Was that almost on the line? Like, come on, bro. Like, give me some space.
Hey, you know what? I think Max Homa wanted to see him win because he hit it. He kind of got out of the way. Siwoo, like I think somebody made a comment. He might have pulled a hammy or a quad trying to get in there that quick. But hey, it worked. I'm all for it. When we play, when we play in our daily tournaments, or a lot of times we play scrambles, we're right behind the mother. Right? It's like as long as you're not in their vision, as long as you're not in their vision and you're affecting their putt, get behind it, get a good read. I mean, I tried it on 18 today. It didn't help me. The guy before me made the putt and I missed. So it's not like it's a foolproof method, but Siwoo made the putt.
Siwoo Kim, gets a third victory. He apparently is this Pete Dye kind of guy now. He's won the Players Championship, and now the PGA West, and I can't remember the other tournament he won, but he's 25 years old. He's gotten his third victory. The hot topic though was, is he going to be an illegal alien come to the United States, because he still has to serve a military sentence of 2 years in South Korea by the time he's 28 years old, and that time is just running out. Pretty incredible news that he's got to do that. So the only way to get out of that is to play either medal in a Olympics, in either the real Olympics, which probably is not going to happen in Japan this year, or you have to medal in like some other Olympics in like Korea or somewhere. But that's the only way to get out of it.
Here's the thing. I don't know enough if he's going to go do it, if he's against it. I don't even know. Like maybe he's like, hey, I'm going to win as many tournaments as I can, go serve my time, serve my country, and then I'm going to come back and be better. The baseball players back in the day when we had the draft, they had to do that. All the best players in the world had to do that. But it got me thinking, when it comes to Americans, if we still had the draft and we had guys that, had to go serve their country and give up this game that we love, who could do it? If you had to think about it, give me your guy who could do it, and then give me your guy who could absolutely not do it.
Well, I hate to say this, Jeff, but if we had to rely on the PGA Tour to defend our country, we would lose the fucking war. Like, it would be fucking bad. It would not be good, because there are a lot of fucking country club kids out there that have never seen any dirt underneath their fingernails, let alone held or shot a firearm to defend their country. It just, so one guy thinking that, that would not make it 2 days in the military, who would just cry wolf, besides Matthew Wolf. I'm going to leave that one up to you. I'm going to go with Phil Mickelson. I don't think that fucking guy, as much shit as he talks, he would immediately crawl up into a ball and start fucking crying to death. He, as tough as he is, that he thinks he is, like, his calves aren't going to get him out of fucking gunfights. So I'm going with Phil Mickelson. There's no way he would last 2 fucking days at any type of training, let alone some military fucking experience.
All right, so that's exactly who I would have picked too, because we all know Phil nowadays, with his fucking dancing antics and his bullshit coffee things and his calves. Like, yeah, he's in good shape now for a 50-year-old man, 50-plus-year-old man. But the Phil we grew up loving is soft, fat Phil. Like, he wouldn't have made it a fucking day.
No.
There's no way. Because you picked Phil, it's going to make me pick somebody else. And since we can't pick Matt Wolf, it's fucking George Spieth all the way. Are you kidding me? If you're going to cry and whine and be that soft out on the golf course mentally and physically, how do we expect you to make it through a fucking day of boot camp? Come on. So tell me who's fucking making it? Who can pull it off?
And this is probably not going to be a popular take, but Bryson DeChambeau is the guy who's fucking crazy enough to do something stupid. Like, hey, Bryson, we're going to go fucking crawl down this hole and we're going to go get into a gunfight. He'd be like, Is there protein at the end of it? Oh yeah. All right. Hoorah. Like I could see Bryson DeChambeau getting her done. I mean, the guy fucking stacked on 40 pounds just to hit it like 5 yards further. So I'm going Bryson DeChambeau.
You know, I never thought about that. That's a good pick, though. He'd fucking calculate and be the best sharpshooter probably ever if you put him in. You know, the way he calculates distances and yardage, he could probably be the next sniper.
Probably.
So when I thought about this, you know, obviously you think about Tiger Woods because he's a psychopath himself. You know, workout freak. He worked out with the Navy SEALs. I'm not going to pick Tiger. I'm going to pick a lesser known guy that just to me seems like that fucking just wiry little fucking crazy man that'd get through that shit. And that's Billy Horschel. I mean, I know he wears his fucking polo gear, you know, his Ralph Lauren stuff, and he doesn't really look the part, but I think he's a wiry son of a bitch, and he can get in there and be able to at least make it work and get through it. Who knows? Maybe not. You know, maybe we'll tag Billy in this and see if he actually could.